Hi there, Chris Piercy, wedding musician, mind reader and hypnotist here with episode 9 of Yes Do I Do review. Now in episode 9 of the Yes Do I Do podcast we had Jessica Hillier Floral Design in chatting with us. We chatted about her business, but the main topic of conversation was how not to waste money on your wedding. So this was the idea that there's so many things, the small details of the wedding, which people often concentrate a lot of effort on and a lot of money on, but they actually go completely unnoticed. So this was in particular reference to aisle markers, because when the bride's walking down the aisle, what are people concentrating on? They're concentrating on the bride. Before the bride's there, what are they concentrating on? They're concentrating on the groom. So these things you spend money on, like aisle markers, actually go completely unnoticed. I brought up buttonholes, again something that you're going to spend a bit of money on, but although it's important for the groom to have one at a time with the bouquet, potentially it's a way that you can save money because these things go unnoticed, as well as wedding favours as well. Often a lot of money and a lot of thought goes into them, but then again they get left behind or whatever. So yes, for instance, if you've got 100 guests and you spend £3 in each favour, that's £300 which you could be spending elsewhere. We then go into chat about what you should spend that money on. So completely unprovoked, Jessica said that entertainment is a good idea, particularly magician. Didn't pay her to say that at all. But she was more of the opinion that, spend that on something which is going to be remembered. So, she was saying rather than aisle markers, have some big centerpiece at the end of the aisle, like a big archway or something like that, because that is something that will be kind of remembered, will have a much bigger impact on the day. So it's not saying don't have these details, these are kind of smaller ones, but more that, are they really going to be noticed? Are people actually going to remember them at all? So there was somewhat of a crossover with episode 3 with James from Film Media of what people actually remember. So there's like a crossover between those two topics there. So if people aren't really going to remember stuff, just think to yourself, take a step back and think, why am I spending so much money on this? Why am I spending so much time on this? So that was the topic that we covered. I suggest having a listen to the episode because there's some great advice in there about the design work at your wedding, about choosing colour themes as well. And if you want more help with your planning, then I can help you with that in 4 different ways. First of all, of course, you can listen to this episode of Yes Do I Do podcast. There's a link to to that around this text. Also, you can read my blogs, which you can find at chrispiercymagic.co.uk/blog. You can also buy my book. It's called Blissful Wedding Planning, Becoming a Stoic Bride. This is all about how to enjoy planning your wedding as opposed to finding it really, really stressful. So it's about a change of mindset, which is really easy to adopt. It's a really fun read and nice exercise in there as well. Or finally, you can book me to perform at your wedding. I perform wherever I needed to across the country. So if you want your guests entertained, you want the ice broken between them and keep the day flowing at the time when there's not very much going on, then I can do exactly that for you and make your day absolutely unforgettable. You can find out more about that at chrispiercymagic.co.uk/wedding-magician. And there's a link to the book and a link to that just above. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you for another episode soon.